Hi. Now we're going to talk about the NEM Foundation with Alexandra Tinsman, who is a Global Director of Communications at the NEM Foundation. NEM was created by an anonymous developer, Utopian Future, who amassed a team of developers on Bitcoin Talk forum and launched the coin on March 21, 2015. Originally, it was called the New Economy Movement, but later it was renamed. At its inception, 999 ZEM tokens, the currency of NEM, were distributed evenly at 250,000 ZEM per person. At launch to 1500 stakeholders. Welcome, Alex.
Hi.
To talk. Hi.
Hi, thanks for having me. It's been a crazy day, so I'm super excited just to unwind and talk to you.
I'm excited too. And so, Alex, tell us about yourself. What is your story?
Thanks for asking. So I recently became the Global Director of Communications for the NEM.io Foundation. But really, I've been working with the NEM Foundation for almost a year as a marketing consultant. I have a show. It's called Inside NEM. You can find it on YouTube. I also have a Twitter channel where I like to talk all things NEM. But my history is actually about 20 years in video game marketing and development. I worked on brands like Magic the Gathering, League of Legends, Xbox, and Pokemon. And there's just a lot of similarities between video games and cryptocurrencies. And these parallels kind of drew me into the crypto world. So, in video games, you have things like in-game collectible digital objects. You have virtual economies and guilds and trading systems and security protocols. So a lot of that opportunity to bring a lot of that goodness that I had learned and knew from the gaming world to bring that over into the cryptocurrency world, that was pretty exciting for me to be, a part of a technology revolution. So that's one of the things that kind of drew me into crypto and blockchain, is that it was so similar to gaming. I discovered NEM through a friend and jumped into the community and just fell in love with the technology and a platform, but the community is what kept me in. And then as I learned more about the platform, I just was like, all right, this is my people, my tribe. And so it's just been history ever since.
So tell us about the NEM Foundation. I've heard of Bitcoin, Ethereum. Most people may or may not heard about NEM. What is it?
Oh, sure. Well, the NEM Foundation is a nonprofit organization, and it has the purpose of supporting the NEM technology. So they manage things like the development of the software, which means things like improving blockchain speed or adding new features to the wallet. So NEM is actually free, so any of you could download it and start using it. The NEM Foundation, it helps programmers who want to build apps on NEM, and it helps companies who want to use NEM in their businesses. So the foundation really, it's just in charge of interacting with the community too, and they're really active. You can see them in Telegram or on the forums. They're always chatting with people. They attend around 6 to 10 trade shows and conferences a month, like all over the world.
Wow.
But the NEM Foundation is registered in Singapore. I'm in Austin, Texas, but we actually have, the NEM team is all over. And the NEM Foundation, they're just everywhere. So they're in Japan and Malaysia and China, Spain, Australia, everywhere. So it's pretty fun, but it means for a lot of late night conference calls.
And I think, there's a community fund. What is a NEM community fund?
Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. This is actually a little bit different than some of the other blockchains out there. But the foundation, it lets anybody make project proposals to the NEM community. And, for example, a startup may want to create a new product using NEM. Well, the foundation has set aside $70 million for this. So
wow.
Remember, NEM is only like 3 years old, so it's had no outside funding. So it's pretty amazing that they have that much for the community fund. So the community gets to vote on whether or not to give these products money or give money to create these products. And it's really good because it helps get more businesses using NEM, which grows the network, and it helps because developers are sharing their code and their software with the rest of the community. I mean, it really provides proof of what NEM can do. So the NEM Community Fund is a powerful, powerful tool that NEM has. You know, like just recently there was a proposal for something called ETHL, and it was building an Internet of Things protocol that's similar to, it would be like the only IoT system, Internet of Things system, so it wouldn't store personal data about the users. And, you know, this is an example of a community proposal that really, really resonated with our community. In fact, they voted 95% in favor of it. So, you know, when community members vote, they use this voting system that's built into NEM. So their identity is automatically verified, and they can vote. Their votes are counted real time. So, I mean, these are just some of the things that the NEM Community Fund is used for. But again, it's a pretty cool tool that NEM has that I haven't seen in a lot of other, competing blockchains.
So is NEM a cryptocurrency?
So that is a great question because a lot of people get confused. NEM is what we call the network. So it has a built-in cryptocurrency that's called XEM, XEM, and it's one of the top 10 in the world by market cap. So NEM is a third-generation blockchain because it can do more than just send, currency. It can actually manage all kinds of business data like shipping records and legal documents, property titles, company stock, votes. It really allows you to create your own cryptocurrency with no programming. So you can actually just select the options that you want, push a button, and then you have a new currency. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome. That's pretty cool. It's like plug and play. I can make my...
Yeah, it's like plug and play.
Yeah.
And actually, we talk about the fact that NEM really is it's made for enterprises. Anyone can just, plug into NEM and actually, build on our platform. So we call it the vertical blockchain solution. That's just a really fancy way of saying that, we have a smart asset platform. So you can just create really cool things. It's like an out-of-the-box solution for blockchain.
How do I get a NEM wallet if I want one?
You can go right to our website. It's at nem.io. Okay. There is a giant big button. We just had a huge website update early last year, and there's a big button, and it says "Get Started," and that's what you need to do. Okay. So that lets you download the wallet to your computer, and it gives you instructions on how you can set it up. And you can also go to the App Store or Google Play if you want to get the wallet for your phone. And, phone wallets are really popular in places like Japan and China.
Oh, okay. I may do that over the weekend. I'll download NEM wallet.
Yeah, it's fun. It's we even have, this is kind of crazy, but we even have a NEM bar. It's an actual bar in Japan, and you pay everything. You pay for like your drinks and stuff actually using NEM. So, it's really fun to have the NEM wallet on your phone.
Awesome. Yeah, I found it on the iOS, on the Apple. How do I purchase XEM?
You can purchase, we call it Zen. Some people call it the NEM coin. Some people call it XEM. I know it's called by a lot of different names, right? Just like cryptocurrencies, they go by altcoin or digital coin or virtual coin. But anyway, so Zen, many people will purchase it through an exchange, like HIT BTC. Mm-hmm. So it's easy if you pay with, Korean won or Japanese yen. It's harder to buy from exchanges if you want to pay with dollars. You have to buy Bitcoin at Coinbase and then send it to another site like Bittrex or Shapeshift to buy them. So, and the U.S. doesn't have a lot of easy ways right now. You can use Poloniex or Bittrex too, but it's buying them isn't as easy. It doesn't mean you can't do it, but it's a little harder in the U.S.
Yeah, I probably need to trade my Bitcoin on Binance or something and then purchase
them. Yeah, exactly.
And how does vesting of ZEM work?
I know, harvesting. Harvesting is NEM's version of mining. And so you can actually have your account collect coins automatically, but in order to do this, you have to have an account with 10,000 or more vested coins. And really, guys, the term vested, it just means that they sat in your account for a while. So NEM did this to make sure harvesters, basically have some skin in the game. So they have an incentive to support the network. So the rule is that 10% of your unvested coins vest every day. So if you have like 20,000 ZEM in your account, it's going to take about 7 days before you can start harvesting.
That sounds awesome. And I have a Binance and I have like a My Ether wallet and a Coinbase account. It seems like, and maybe Robinhood. It seems like there's a lot of exchanges, and different wallets. How do we secure a wallet? Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, NEM is actually one of the very few blockchains that has multi-signature accounts that are built into the system. And this means that you can choose settings that require you to sign in from 2 different accounts before any transactions are sent. So you could require even 3 or 4 signatures if you want. I think the max is 32. I've never done 32, but that's a lot. And, really, you just never want to store your passwords on your phone or computer. So, but NEM is compatible with the Trezor hardware wallet. This is considered to be one of the safest ways to secure your account is with a hardware wallet. And I bought mine off of Amazon. They're about $150 each. So you can look on Amazon, and it's Trezor. That's the hardware wallet that I have. Now, NEM is regarded as among the highest security of any blockchain, and its security, it's never been broken.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, although it just coincided that this interview actually happened a few days before we had a lot of breaking news, and the reason I'm laughing is just recently it's just been long nights for the NEM team because there was a recent hack on the CoinCheck exchange in Japan, which is actually one of the largest exchanges in Japan. And the hacker stole $500 million worth of $500 million ZEM, basically. And so it's been a little bit crazy for the community and for people to fully understand what that means and what's the impact. And so we've been chatting a lot with the community. And today we released a statement talking about our position on the hack. And so that's been something that people have been asking me a lot about. And so, I'm happy to chat a little bit about it now, but,
Sure. That sounds very interesting.
So I think, the reason the hack happened was that the exchange was not using correct security protocol. So it was really a CoinCheck problem. It's not a NEM problem, right? They did not use multi-signature, even though it's built into NEM. They'd been trained on it. They just didn't have the resources. And I don't know if that means they didn't have seasoned developers or if they had some hardware, or if they had some of their coins were, on a hardware wallet. I don't know. But basically they admitted to the fact that they didn't follow, industry standard protocol. And that is really one of the major reasons that the hack occurred. They kept a lot of their cryptocurrency, actually all of it, all the ZEM currency on their exchange, which is a big no-no. You don't ever want to do that. Anytime you're leaving mass amounts of dollars on an exchange, you're putting yourself at risk. And in their case, it was 526 million ZEM that they ended up getting hacked. So that was a lot. That was a big, massive security breach. So this is all the things that we're kind of chatting with people about now, but it's just been kind of ongoing. Now, the incident with CoinCheck had happened because it was basically what we call a hot wallet vulnerability. So it didn't impact the NEM blockchain security in any way. The NEM protocol did exactly what it was supposed to do. But the fact that CoinCheck didn't use a multi-signature verification, and the fact that they left the money on the exchange, and the fact that they didn't keep it in a cold wallet, basically it's not connected to internet. They didn't use the correct security protocols. This hurt them, and it hurt the NEM community by the people, the NEM community in the sense of the people that had actually spent money on the exchange and had their money there. So, but the NEM protocol, it's highly secure, and again, it's performing exactly as it was designed to. So, but the hacker today, he moved some funds around, and the hacker hasn't been able to sell any funds to an exchange or anything like that. But you can actually, any of your listeners could go onto our website and actually take a look at the hacker moving what he's doing, because NEM is a public chain, which means that everything you can see, it's like a ledger, right? You can see it real time. So his account, you can actually see, and they're flagged. They're flagged with a note basically saying, these are hacked coins. But because we have an API, you can use. NEM it's a truly decentralized blockchain. So any attempts that were made to, monitor the situation, it's really making use of NEM decentralized API. So this is not centralized control. I saw a lot of people talking about that, and I was like, no, don't do that. Really, we're able to monitor the situation and check things out. And for security reasons, I'm not going to go into it to divulge a lot of details, but we can see that he moved around, about 100 a couple of times, and there's no way that you can have $500 million get moved over to, you can't get rid of $500 million like that. So, there's just some things that or $500,000. Sorry, not $500 million. I'm tired. There's just some things that we're working through now. And it's just been a real challenge for our team to kind of keep up with, a lot of the requests that we've been getting.
So, Alex, I think I met you in Vegas at Coin Agenda, I believe, and I had a question to the security team, and my question was about information security. And it's really, I think the hack from last week really touches upon that question. And, I just wanted to talk in general and not them or NEM, like specifically, and I think as part of the ecosystem, I think it's important for exchanges to have information security and security measures or standards in place. And I think it's important that customers also have think about security, if there's a hardware wallet or, or other measures to protect, their coins, right? So, I mean, how do you, what do you think would help, more education, for exchanges and for wallets like Coinbase and, big exchanges, to have some kind of, because I know that, like in the US, for example, for different companies who contain personal identifiable information, PII, there needs to be some kind of security around people, hardware, software, and other measures, right? I mean, I think PCI compliance is really big here for payments company. And yet we don't have any standards now for different wallets, right, and different exchanges. I mean, do you feel like there's a need to have that?
Yeah, I think so. It's weird, but the exchanges that we work with, I want to take a step back.
Yeah.
NEM is different with the way that they work with exchanges in the sense that when an exchange is buying them, they're actually buying it out of their own pocket, at the cost of what the Zen price is at the time, right? So you have, and I won't mention their names, but there's actually other cryptocurrencies out there that will sell their coins at a discount to exchanges. And that's unfortunate because it actually hurts the real investors that are buying it. It's not very fair. And so the NEM Foundation from the very beginning is like, look, if we're going to work with exchanges, we're going to work with exchanges that actually are, have a stake in the game, and they actually are going to buy it at the same rate as everybody else. So the reason I bring that up is because CoinCheck and the other exchanges where you can get them, they have bought it out of their own pocket. In fact, CoinCheck spent $300 million. I think it was like 6 or 8 months ago, something like that. I can't remember the exact date, but they bought it out of their own pocket. And then you had the coins that were hacked, included both their investment and then the users, them as well. But so it was a combination of both. But when we work with exchanges, we offer training and ability to work with them and teach them how to use multi-sig signature verification, how to use NEM's features. We talk to them about a cold wallet versus a hot wallet, and just about basic safety and security protocols that are important to use. And it's really up to the exchanges to actually implement it, right? Yeah. And I think this is a big thing to really emphasize, because we can't tell an exchange what to do. It doesn't really work that way. And, we wouldn't want it to work. We have worked with the exchanges, at least, even with this hack, where we said, hey, we can see the hacker's account. We can see what he does with the Zen. It's flagged, but it's really up to the exchanges to do what they want to do with, I would hope that they would put measures in place to prevent him from moving it on, but it doesn't really work that way, right? I mean, we can ask, but you asked about information. There's not one, there's not a class. It's not like you can go to Udemy and go, okay, I'm going to take a class on, how to have one central way to manage an exchange. And, that's the part of exchanges and the part of the industry that is a little crazy sometimes. Yeah. Because you're putting your faith that the exchanges are taking the correct protocol and, correct security. And I just want everyone out there to know that NEM takes their partnerships extremely seriously. And when we're working with an exchange, it's because we believe in them and because we have a good relationship with them. And, they believe in our product. They're buying the Zen currency. The CoinCheck team, I've hung out with them in Japan. They're great. They're good people. They're good people. They made a bad decision. They're great people. And there's ramifications for when anyone, not just an exchange, but anyone doesn't use the right security protocol, which is to use a multi-sig verification. Use multi-sig, use hardware wallets. Do not leave so much of your coins on an exchange. Ask, find out the places that you're putting your coins on. Look into them to make sure they're reputable. And behind the scenes, other exchanges do talk with other exchanges. We have a direct hotline into a lot of these exchanges. We all know each other, right? So for the most part, some exchanges have great, amazing, like really, really good security protocol. And some of them do, but maybe they haven't implemented the resources to make sure that they are fully protected. And that's just unfortunate. But is there an industry standard? There's not. And NEM is a little different too. Another thing I think about is NEM is a totally different code, right? And there are things about NEM that's different than other currencies out there. So I don't know if maybe the issue happened because I don't know. I mean, we trained them. They knew. They knew about multi-sig. They, being CoinCheck, knew about multi-sig verification, and I mean, they know how to do it. It's just for whatever reason there was an error. So, but the exchanges, they know. There's just not one central process for how to do it right now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, just exchanges and wallets being forming some kind of think tank about security practices, because I remember the early days of the internet. We have think tanks on privacy, right? I mean, I was working at eBay for a little bit, and I remember I was working with Scott Shipman, and he was basically privacy at eBay, and I remember going to different conferences with him where companies collaborate on the topic of privacy, right? And then there's HIPAA compliance, right? And e-signatures. Those things are all new when the internet just kind of came about. And I think maybe it's time for exchanges and for wallets to collaborate and think of, and have some kind of consensus of what kind of securities that they would, put in place.
I agree. I think, last year we had talked a lot about this. We always look at trends and see what's happening in this space. And, the big one was obviously around security. You hear a lot about it in the news around security of information. You look at Equifax and these really unfortunate security breaches that have happened with conglomerate companies. And then you look at blockchain and how quickly it's evolving. And for me, I'm not surprised when I see hacks, but I am surprised at how quickly, if not weekly or even sometimes daily, there are changes and new news coming out about blockchain and cryptocurrency. So I think it's a matter of time. I think they're actually, I know conversations are happening, but is there one big way for the hardware companies to say, hey, let's do this? And I don't know if there's mass trainings like that, right?
Yeah.
But you're right. We would benefit from a consensus. We would benefit from talking about how can we protect it, but not regulate it, but find ways to do better protection with our exchanges and then the partners who are carrying the coins.
Yeah, and I was reading about the NEM community, and it just sounds really cool, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. So basically, I read that there's a new community member who basically very quickly sent mosaics to the addresses which stole the ZEM, and then he used these mosaics to tag accounts with a stolen fund, and then you guys basically contacted all the exchanges which trade them, so that they will not accept deposit from a tag stolen fund. And then you guys basically create a bot to auto tag the accounts that receive the funds, and and then within a few hours you prevented the hackers from benefit from the stolen money, and it just
I wouldn't say benefit. So, and that's where there's some misconception. So I just want to clarify.
Okay.
So the community member, our community is super savvy, very smart. And again, remember, we have that community proposal, our community fund program where people come to us with ideas. We have a lot of great talent. And so, and as a side note, we have one of the friendliest communities in blockchain. I'm actually not kidding. They're it's not toxic. It's so different than other communities. And I think it's because we have amazing moderators that come in and kick off the trolls, and our community is just helpful, right? But anyway, the developer that had worked on the mosaic, he just leveraged the API that was already built into NEM. And so I'm not going to go into full detail about that because it gets too close to the security issues that we're trying to maintain integrity with what's happening now. So I don't want to go into that too much. But yes, I would say, overall, we have an amazing community, and they are learning how to use our tools, and they are really maximizing all of the unique features that are built into the NEM blockchain, and they're able to help us when we need it. So, but anyway, we can't, I want to be crystal clear. We don't have the identity of the hacker. It doesn't really work that way. We can see the account because it's blockchain, and we're a public blockchain. I don't know how many times I have to tell people that we're not private, we're public. NEM is public. Let me say it one more time. NEM is public. So anybody can see. So you can see the account. It's flagged. You can actually look at it online. It says, this is a hacked account. This is a hacker. But what we can't do is say we can't do anything to stop him, right? It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and we don't want it to tell the world what you guys are doing to prevent the hackers from finding out and then circumventing, working around it so that they can hack again, right? I mean, I think that's really important.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing. That's the hard part. We're so transparent, and our team is so transparent, and that's everything that we do is really as a consensus. We work together, we talk together. So we have been as open as we can with the community, but we are 100% committed to safety and security of the NEM community, right? Yeah. And I'm happy because the decentralized NEM protocol is highly secure. It's performing exactly as it was designed. And so, our team, it can monitor the movements from the CoinCheck theft. But, again, due to safety concerns around these efforts, we just can't really release further details. But we are closely monitoring the stolen funds and watching what's happening. And, NEM's tagging system is working to track how funds are moved. And so none of these stolen funds have been sent to exchanges, right? They're all off public. Those funds are off public exchanges. That would be really difficult to liquidate in large amounts. So as long as that doesn't happen, it's good. But right now, we're watching.
So I think there are some questions about governments. Do you feel, in Japan, was the government pretty supportive in helping the community?
So, what's interesting, our team is worldwide, and actually I know that the NEM Foundation has been working with CoinCheck and abiding by all the legalities that we're supposed to, right? So people don't have to worry about that because we're doing what we're supposed to do and willing to do so because it's the right thing to do. But, the heat that you're seeing is not on NEM. It's actually on CoinCheck because CoinCheck is the one that did not have the security in place. So again, just to go back, it's not, is NEM working with the authorities? We haven't been pulled into, big issues. The things that we've been talking about with and working through is to help support CoinCheck. CoinCheck, again, is the one, this is their problem, but we're happy to help and have them, leverage NEM's decentralized API to support the community. We care about the community and the investors, right?
Yeah, and I heard really positive feedback about NEM's response to this.
Super timely. Our community, the NEM team. I mean, I was doing it too, but I'm just one of many, right? So the community was super, super awesome about it. I don't know if you noticed, but our team has been, openly having interviews, and we have awesome community members that have made videos, and you can go on YouTube and look at any of our tutorials. We have some really awesome content creators that are making great stuff to help inform the community.
So I have a question from social media, and the question is...
Sorry, for some reason... Sorry, my phone was breaking up. Sorry about that. Sorry, what did you say?
Okay. So I have a question from social media, and the question is, who is the law enforcement agency responsible for investigating the hack, right? I guess...
Yeah, I'm not going to go into that.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. You guys, I'm happy to chat about a lot of things. I know it's super exciting, but we're not going to... I won't talk about the law enforcement, or a lot of that is, again, being handled by CoinCheck. And if you have questions, you can reach out to CoinCheck for how they're handling it. But, we're not really commenting right now on that on our side.
So we're just going to move away.
But I'm happy to talk about the NEM blockchain. Like, there's
let's
a lot of things I'm happy to talk about that.
Yeah, no, I realized that, that it's very, very important now to give it space so that the appropriate authority figures could figure things out, and also so that the hackers couldn't move things around and just for the safety of the community, right?
Right. Yeah. And you guys, I don't really know what the hacker is going to do. I'm not the hacker. Right? I don't know. My job and my role is to chat with the community and to really look at, on the communication side, how we're engaging with people and partners and the community, and how we're helping developers build really cool products on our platform, and really, elevate the NEM platform. Right? We don't actually put a lot of emphasis on the coin, the Zen price. You're never going to see that on our social media or touting that, because the Zen price will fluctuate, right? All coins fluctuate, but what we put the most emphasis on is actually our features, right? That they're easy to use. We have safety and security. We have multi-sig. We have delegated harvesting. We have mosaics and namespaces. We have a lot of great things, but we have a whole channel on Telegram called Nimberia, and it's pretty cool because they talk about price and coin speculation, but we have avenues where you can, but you're not going to hear a lot of it out of the official talk, because for us it's the product, right? The product is what we like to focus on.
Yeah, so I learned a lot about NEM at the conference, and I think Jeff McDonald did a really awesome job talking about the technology.
He's so good.
Yeah,
Isn't he good?
Yeah, he was
so good.
He was super.
You can
awesome.
watch his videos on YouTube, and he's just always a really passionate speaker. In fact, that's probably why we make him do all the speaking. And he's got bags under his eyes all the time. I think it's because for the past year, Vaughn and I and the team were like, no, you have to do all this speaking engagements because you're really good. Although we did stick Lon up on the stage a few times in Dubai and other places like that. So don't get me wrong, Lon is the president of the NEM Foundation, Lon Wong, and he's great too. But poor Jeff, maybe you're working him to the bone. We love you, Jeff.
Yes.
Oh, but you know what I didn't actually talk about that's kind of cool too is we actually, another thing that the community is super excited about that has been in motion for a couple of years is our big product update called Catapult. And that is super exciting to me because we have had testing for Catapult, our big product update. It's been going on for a long time, and it's been on Mijin, which Mijin is MIJIN. That's the private version of NEM, so it's a different company. It's still Tech Bureau manages all of that. So we have a private chain and a public chain, and actually, the NEM blockchain is the only blockchain that actually has a private and public that work seamlessly together. But we have a big product update that will be coming out this year, and I'm super excited about that. And we have some features that the community doesn't know about, and we've had a lot of discussions around that, but pretty cool.
So there's a question from the community about what are some of the applications built on the platform, and it seems the blockchain seems to be super, super awesome. So can you really tell us, some sample applications that can be built on the platform?
Yeah, the features or actual case studies? Features?
Yes. Features and maybe later on case studies.
Yeah, so we talked about multi-sig, but we have something called mosaics. Mosaics really just allow assets to be customized by divisibility and quantity and transferability, and really they're a way that you can package assets with other assets. It's how it's basically kind of like that's what the developer who was helping out with the hacked account he was using was a Mosaic. We have namespaces. Namespaces are similar to it's almost like a web domain, how that operates, right? So you can actually combine your unique domain name with assets. So really it allows trust in third-party business solutions that are building on an NEM blockchain. I talked a little bit about delegated harvesting, but for those who don't want to harvest, which is basically like mining, but they want to get the benefits of harvesting, they can do it in a way of block rewards, and their harvesting can be outsourced to delegated nodes. So that's pretty cool. Again, I think the safety and security, I know I keep going back to that, but it's only because it's timely. But, NEM's chain is immutable. So it's immutable after 360 blocks, making these long-range attacks. So we have so that POW and some POS coins are vulnerable to things like that. It's like a thing of the past. So NEM uses Eden Trust to rate node quality, and so really it's just the first peer reputation protocol for the nodes. So we have safety and security, and we have mosaics and namespaces, and we have delegated harvesting, and we have multi-sig, which is super cool because it can push alerts, to clients with notification. All multi-sig and multi-user contracts can be easily edited. Multi-sig works across different wallets for different developers. So, it's multi-sig is great, and the more people learn how to use it, the safer and better it will actually be for all the things that they're developing on.
Wow, that sounds like super awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking a lot. I've been interviewing all day, and so I'm like, we really do have like the most powerful out-of-the-box solution platform for enterprises, and most importantly, it's secure, and developers actually love building on our platform because it's so easy, right? We have APIs. We took a lot of smart contracts. So Ethereum has smart contracts. I'm just using them as an example, but smart contracts so that you can build on their platform. And we have what we call smart assets. And really, smart assets are just, we've kind of templatized smart contracts and just made it really a great solution so that people can use, if you don't need something super customized and you want something that's really easy that any developer could just pick up and build on, that would be the NEM blockchain. So that's what smart contracts basically allow you, smart assets allow you to do, is you can just use our templatized assets and just begin to build.
What enterprises are using the NEM blockchain?
Yeah, we have a ton, and we have case studies that are, use cases that are always happening. But banks and POS inventory management and everything from gaming. You can look at Zarcade as one of our is a use case that recently has also come out of NEM. It's built on NEM. Everything from the big one is supply chain management, right? So supply chain management is one, but we have companies that have used us, or Dragonfly, LuxTag, and Tech Bureau. Our projects are Pozzle and Landspeed. We have Chronobank is one of our users. We have everything from banking to gaming to meat and meat supply chain, and even electricity, like electricity grids had tested on our platform. So pretty cool. Just all kinds of businesses. I think that's what's so interesting about NEM is that we've just had a ton of different companies that are able to build on our platform. And there's more use cases and companies that are listed on the NEM .io website. So if I'm not being as eloquent, you'll have to forgive me. It's been a long day, but you can actually go to NEM.io and take a look at all of the use cases from, financial services to escrow to what have you, entertainment.
Yeah, Alex, you're perfect. So I wanted to ask you about the NEM community. If I'm new to NEM, where should I start? Should I go to Telegram? Should I go to your website first? Should I read your white paper?
That's what's so awesome about NEM is we make it so easy for you to connect with us. But depending on how you like to roll, I like Telegram because we have Telegram Red, which is a more general NEM group. So you could go in there and be a newbie and ask questions, and it's okay. We have our forums, so you can actually kind of shift through and look at different questions that you may have, and we have moderators there. We have a Facebook group. We have a big community on Twitter. But I think what's cool about Telegram is that we actually have like 100 Telegram channels. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
And they have, they have like quadrupled over the past, I think it's like a year. But we have everything from the North America Telegram group to, the Russian Telegram group. But I think that's great because you can have an instant way to actually access our community at your fingertips. But if you're new, I would watch Inside NEM. I give basics on the NEM blockchain, and we have a lot of videos there that can help you get news. We have podcasts that our community members do, so you can go on YouTube and look there. We have the NEM.io website, which has a ton of information. But those are just some of the ways that you can jump into the NEM community. Oh, and Reddit. We also have some loyal folks on Reddit, and they're always talking about. So the Reddit community may not know this, but I don't post on Reddit. I love Reddit, and I've done AMAs on Reddit for other products in the past, but I actually just like to watch. A lot of the times I'm like a fly on the wall, and I'll go into the different communities and watch, but I won't always talk or say something. And it's not that I'm not participating. It's that my job is to actually listen to the community and engage with them, but majority of the time I'm listening. I just want to hear, your product isn't what you say it is. It's what they say it is. And so that's what I love about our community is they're really vocal. And so on Reddit, you can see a lot of dialogue there. Telegram is always hopping. Facebook, Facebook is great, but, just there's all different ways to jump in.
So, if there is a wisdom or advice to the community at large, what would it be?
Right now, it would be get a hardware wallet. It would be learn how to get a hardware wallet, back that up. Don't keep your money on a big exchange. Take care of your coins. No, I'm joking. I don't give investment advice. So the people that are listening that are interested in learning about cryptocurrency, my advice to noobs is, and myself included, when I first was really curious about the community, I just would sit in and listen and get an understanding of what the differences were between all the different cryptocurrencies and blockchains out there. The reason I fell in love with NEM was I did not see a better blockchain, right? Mm-hmm. And NEM actually, it's not just, NEM doesn't have white papers after white papers. It has real businesses that have, real products are being built on NEM, and that's exciting to me. It's not fantasy. It's reality. And so I want to be a part of the movement. We're on this convergence of technology and the transformation that's happening with the way that we share data and the way that we identify ourselves. And so I really am excited about blockchain technology, and I'm super excited about what NEM has been able to accomplish. So I encourage everyone right now to just go learn, sit in on the communities. Once you buy, make sure you get a hardware wallet. If you're spending a bunch of money on a on a coin, make sure you keep that coin safe, right? So
Yeah.
those are some of the things I would do.
Yeah, so everyone go to NEM, NEM.io.
And NEM.io, and you'll find a ton of information. You can reach out to me on Telegram at Dynamite. It's the little, at symbol DY and then capital NEM and then ITE. So you can reach out to me at any time and ask questions. And I'm pretty active on Twitter, so you can send me tweets. Just remember, I'm in America, North America, so I do sleep sometimes, so I don't always answer in the off hours, but I try to. Oh, but you know what? Actually, one other thing, I know I'm taking all your time, but NEM has a Telegram channel called Help Desk, and at any time, and I haven't seen this before, but at any time you can ask the community a question. Like, let's say that you're new to NEM and you just use your wallet for the first time, or you don't really know how to do something. You can actually ask the community, and there's like 24 hours. There's always somebody there to answer your questions. That's cool.
Awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
What is the symbol for the Telegram account, the Help Desk?
Oh, let me I can, if you want, you can post it on Laptop Radio after, but let me pull it up.
Okay, so I archive these talks on YouTube on Laptop Radio.
Oh, so you can actually put,
Yeah.
No, see, that's perfect. See, you know what you're doing. You've clearly done this before. Let me get it. It is. I'll spell it out. So it's the letter T as in Tom.me and then /NEM Help Desk. So that's where they can go to actually ask questions if they need technical help, is by the NEM Help Desk. And NEM Red, that's where I'd want the community to go to just get to know our community. I think there's about like 9,000 members on it now, but they can go to the letter T.me /NEMRED, NEMRED. So that's pretty cool. Or they can attend, go to meetup.com. We have meetups that are happening all over the world, probably one in your area right now. So you can look and jump into a meetup and to learn about NEM.
Alrighty, sounds awesome. Thank you for your time, Alex.
I know I talk a lot. Thanks. That's why I'm excited to do this. So thank you. This was super fun, and I look forward to talking with you in the future.
Yeah, see you again. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, Michelle.
Bye.